Hello there, my friends. Happy hot Monday to you. Good grief. It is, I think it's like 105 here now. Crazy, you know, with the heat index and all that. I was reminded that it's time for me to kind of start thinking about fall at the farm. And I thought, what? It's kind of hard to think about pumpkin spice mocha latte, whatever, and pumpkin picking when it's 105 degrees outside. But anyway, I hope wherever you are enjoying this beautiful Monday. You know, no matter what the weather, no matter what it might hold, it's, you know, it's just a beautiful day if you wake up and your eyes open and you're able to put a couple words together and get out of your bed, and, you know, it's just blessed every day. Every day is a blessing, even though it's 105 degrees. We've got 2 new books to go in the shop. This is Who You Looking At. I just think that will be fun, you know, because it is Hoot owls. Aren't they cute? I love owls. I just think they're very, you know, intriguing kind of animals. They're always so beautiful. This baby is about 5.5 inches thick. Let's take a look at that pretty bead spawn. Now on this bead spawn, I did put a little owl, and she's so cute. She has, like, it looks like maybe a stone has been inlaid for her nose. She is just absolutely just cute as she can be, and she has like a rusty orange color. Very cute. And I had to use these awesome beads that kind of, to me, looked like owl eyes. So let's crack her open and see what is going on with this journal. It's a really, you know, just a big chunky thing. If you are like me and you're just kind of missing going to the thrift store and purchasing fun things to play with, you know, when we go to the thrift store, we can pick up very original items. You know, it's not like ordering something online and or from, you know, a craft store or whatever, and, you know, you've got one of a million things out there. When you go to the thrift store, you can find really neat, cool things, very original things. We are working with our clusters that we had last week. This is called Summer Day. Let me get my cluster list out so I can speak intelligently about what we had last week, because the past couple days, this is Salt Life, you guys. The past couple days I've been pulling together our 6 new kits to go in journals for this week. So we've got Salt Life here. Remember, you've got your 3x3 mini book, and these are a lot of fun. These are like glue books, or you can do, you know, a daily journal. We talk about, you know, those big, thick, chunky books are sometimes really intimidating, especially if you are a newbie, if you are a new journaler. Then a big book is sometimes like, I got a beautiful planner this year. I was asked to preview it, and it was big, and it was fine, and it was beautiful, but it asked too many questions. Does that make sense? You know, it was like, I don't have time to answer, like, all of this delve into your psyche stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that at all. I just knew that I just wasn't going to have time for it, and I tried. But, you know, that kind of, you know, trying to do something is a conundrum all in itself, because when we think about writing, or we think about journaling, or we think about art journaling, then we, you know, we're thinking about flow, and flow is not something that is supposed to ask too many questions. Let's just put it like that. This is a really sweet little pack called the Naturalist, and it's just got all kinds of, we kind of focused on a blue and yellow theme here. It's really sweet. I love the way that the hairy paperclip turned out on these. We've got, you know, some imagery that matches it. These are, this is a butterfly that I cut out, and this is an absolutely stellar, not candlefly, you know what it is. dragonfly, dragonfly, dragonfly. So, you know, we're talking about flow and we're talking about the way that it should work. Then, you know, if you are flowing with something, then your question should be your own. You know, even though you might have prompts and even though you might have things that you want to question in yourself, then, I mean, for me, it was just complex, okay, and I can't do complex, so I went back to my dollar planner and started using my dollar planner again. Listen to your heart. I really love that little chippy bit because it does incorporate this super cool clock, this wonderful little lamppost here. You know, has there ever been a time that you just really listened to your heart? You can flip that little chippy over and just make a couple notes about that, and maybe making a couple notes about listening to your heart is will prompt you to write a bit more. I like really quick, easy prompts. This says me now, which is kind of a corruption of meow. I just thought it was funny. Kitty cats are something, you know, they are me now. Me is like that. She's very me. When you are sitting on the sofa, she'll rub up against your feet and you have to rub her when you're sitting on the sofa with your feet. Or, I mean, it's not that she gets irritated or anything like that. She just stands there. She stands at your feet and she waits on you to rub her with your feet. Man, she's shedding like mad right now. I'm really into alphabets, and I love to incorporate alphabetic art into anything that I do. This is an L. You know, it can stand for love, it can stand for laughter, it can stand for lucid dreaming. This little chippy says photograph. I really did dig the way that all the purples came together here. Remember, you've got 6 kits to play with, but each page that has a paper clip like this is actually a little mini kit in itself. It is curated. It's curated by color, theme, might be curated by era. It's always something interesting for you to dive into, and that's, you know, that's what this should all be about. It should be a way for you to really dive in and get juicy with a flow journal right away. Shouldn't take any time at all. This is Entomology, and I love this little illustration here. I processed some greeting cards and I just thought she was so cute and funny. This is a piece of this is griddle cakes and pan broiled bacon on this exquisite plate. Another example of black and white food photography. I really did like that image along with this little fella on his little scooter. I remember having one of those when I was a little girl. I also remember that my daddy built me a metal car when I was a little girl. Man, I was like the hit of the neighborhood. This says Secrets of the Zodiac, the famous debowed man of the signs. I don't know where this came from, but to me that's just such an interesting illustration. We have a bit of fabric for you, so you know, in here you'll find fabric, you'll find chippies that are already done, you'll have pieces that you can make your own chippies with. Love the cow, love the elephant. You guys know how much I dig elephants. Another really pretty cluster, the way that just fell together. Wall Street Journal fashion magazine, rich imagery there. This is a sweet little chippy that I think Miss L made this. Might have been Miss C or Miss M. I thought somebody had signed it on the back. Whoever made it, I love it. And there it is in our journal. Bon voyage. We aren't saying much about bon voyage right now, as we are, they don't want us over there in Europe, so, okay. So, we're bon voyage and in our heads and in our imaginations and in our thoughts and dreams of the future. This says, remember the now. Another little bit of elephant. This is Animal Planet, and it's got all kinds of animal imagery in it. It's got a bit of washi tape with sweet little polar bears on it. And, you know, I mean, it's not just this, it's everything in the pocket as well. So you just do have, you know, if you can't get to the thrift store, if you can't get to the craft store, this is like a really good amalgam of things to enjoy and things to create with. I think it's really important to be inspired. This is thrift store. You know, we were talking about thrift store, all kinds of really cool vintage elements in thrift store. What's the best thing you ever bought at a thrift store? I have to think about that. I've never actually run across a treasure. I have a friend in Portland, and she is the queen, man. She's the Goodwill queen. She also, Portland has, well, I don't know if they do now, but Portland has these things called free piles where people will clear out their house and they'll just put it like on their sidewalk and put a sign on it that says free pile. And anybody is welcome to come and dig through the pile and take it away. It's and she has found remarkable, very valuable things just people have just kind of chucked to the road. Some birds can be recognized by the tilt of their tails. I love that. I had never realized that before. Here's a wren and here's a redstart. I had no idea that the tilt of a bird's tail is how it is sometimes recognized. That's another fun element with a flow journal like this, is you've got things to read about, you've got things to, you could sit in your bed, honestly, or sit on your sofa, turn off your TV, turn off your devices, and just really dig in to your flow journal. Learn something new, learn about the past, learn about arts and crafts, learn about you know, cheese. I know that we have people right now that are making their own cheese. I am crazy interested in that. And hopefully, you know, I might make that a project in August. We tend to eat cheese. Chris especially eats a lot of cheese. I don't, but I would if I had real good cheese, which is expensive, you guys. This is a little cluster kit called Yesteryear. So you have all kinds of things. You know what? I'm mixed up. This is thrift store, and the one that I showed you before is Yesteryear. I'm sorry, I had those two confused. You know, when you go to the thrift store, sometimes you see people's raffle tickets and bits and bobs of this and that. Abandoned stickers. This one even has a rubber stamp in it, so you just find all kinds of cool things like at the thrift store. So there we go. Who you looking at? Our little hoot owl there. We're going to call this treasure chest. I love this fabric. This fabric is huge, and I have to cut it down, excuse me, to make it fit the books. And sorry, I got the hiccups. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I think that's it. The fabric is really big, so I can use different pieces of the fabric, you know, different quarters of it to make different things, which is, you know, there's nothing like having a thing that you can use different ways. I love the way the bead spawn turned out, and we've got a glass dolphin right here for you guys to, I mean, God, you know, you could take that kind of off and put it on a necklace or something like that, whatever you want to do with it. So let's see what's in our treasure chest. It says we get a pop of inspiration right away. Be awesome today. Be a brave spirit. To me, being a brave spirit is sometimes difficult. I think that we're all, you know, kind of in that. Sometimes it's just hard, especially now, you know, we're in a culture of fear, and it's hard sometimes to be brave. So maybe they'll give you something to think about. What is like a really good brave thing that you could do today? This is Salt Life. Now, Salt Life does have a DIY necklace right here for you to put together in that kit. like I said, I've got new kits ready to go in new journals today. Love the word express, and she is typing on a computer. Have you found new ways to express yourself? You know, what are you doing to be expressive? You know, a lot of people are not like going to work, but they're working from home. I think that the commercial, the Verizon commercial, where the sales associate is at home and she puts googly eyes on her things to make her not be so lonely while she's working from home. I mean, that's something to really think about. Very, very funny. This Chippy says adventure. I love this. It says sea la vie. SEA, La Vie, Salt Life. A little chippy that says magic. I love the colors here. This is such a beautiful image. Again, from the Wall Street Journal fashion magazine. Can't really imagine wearing things that I see in that magazine, but I tell you, it's just lots of fun to look at. Here's a chippy that says different. I really do like the way that these images play together. We've got this image of sea turtles, stars, and the word different. This is, I keep mixing these up. This is yesteryear. This is from 1887. So you've got bits and pieces of salvage script, for real salvage script, a little bit of dictionary in here, some things that I pulled from magazines, old advertisements, old, these are book plates. You know, the birds are book plates. That's a lot of fun. And there's our little owl with some stars. Of course, you've got art trading card blanks, you've got art trading coin blanks to play with, you've got places to write. This is an actual envelope, so you can pull that out and, you know, write yourself a letter. Maybe you want to make a chippy that includes some art and send it to somebody special. Again, one of my little butterflies. I really do enjoy cutting those out in the evening. When I put in home decor, I like to think that it gives you something to think about. To me, this is an absolutely perfect stellar room. It's very light, very airy, very open. I love the light slate blue kind of color that's going on here. I even love the hat. And I think that the pop of flowers over here is such a nice, just a nice little burst of color. I think that I love things like this, you guys, because it gives me an opportunity to think, you know, what would I like? What would, I think that when we are girls, you know, we are taught to kind of put ourselves secondary, and we're you know, we develop this, put your guy first, put your children first, and it just seems to go on and on and on. And you know, the time that your children are grown up, then you need to put your parents first because they're elderly or aging. This is our Naturalist Kit. Look at that puppy, love. We put our puppies first too. I mean, let's face it, everything goes before you, right? Everything. And it's nice to think about home decor and, you know, what would you do if it was just you? You know, how would you decorate? I think things like that are very interesting. Not that you want to be alone. That's not it. You know, you want, I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. You've kind of lost yourself by the time you get my age. You forget. You know, oh, is purple my favorite color or is purple my child's favorite color? I don't remember. All my life I've loved red. If you ask anybody, my favorite color is red. But now I'm like really gravitating to blues, especially bluish white. I don't know what that is, but it's a happening. And I believe that maybe blue will be my favorite color for the second part of my life. Let's just put it like that. We've got Animal Planet here. Chris changed his strings the other night, and those Earthwood string packages were just they're just too pretty to throw in the trash. So I said, yeah, you know, I want those. He's so good because he'll ask. He'll say, hey, do you want this? And it's funny because he knows the things that I gravitate to and the things that I would use for art, or, you know, to tear apart and use for something else. It's very nice that he recognizes that, and he always asks me before he puts it in the trash can, which I love. Again, you know, we've got this solid neutral pieces, provide a strong foundation to layer and play with for many years to come. You know, you think about that too. You think about, oh, you know, is this going to be my last home? Is this going to be, you know, my next home? This is by Miss M. It says, use your wings. Isn't that pretty? You guys just like blow me away with your chippies and your ideas and your bookmarks and your collections and your collages and your fabrics. Y'all are the creative ones out there. This says imperfection. You got lots of super vintage text pages to play with. And here we have another thrift store. So guys, I will get these in the shop a little later on today. Again, it's Hot Monday. If you look on your calendar, it'll say hot. Except for Miss T, where Miss T's got some winter going on because she's not in the upper regions, she's in the lower regions. Happy winter, Miss T. Okay, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I will talk to y'all soon. Have a happy day. Bye.